like to tell you a story concerning Paul Bunyan and the men that worked with him. Now, Paul Bunyan, because he ran a forestry camp, he had a lot of people working for him. He couldn't do all the jobs himself, okay? So he had sent out an advertisement asking for a bookkeeper and a cook because he had so many people to feed, and no one was really organized or really good about it. So by the time some people were finally getting their breakfast, it was almost time for lunch. So it was very important that he had a cook who knew what he was doing and a bookkeeper to keep all his accounts in order, because he was dealing with so many people and had to keep all this straight. So one day he's very, very busy in his office, and up to his door comes this man who looks, a little bit plump, and at this point Paul Bunyan's hungry because his breakfast is already late. And the man shows up, knocks on his door and says, "Hi, I'm here for the job." And Paul Bunyan says, "Go, the kitchen's that way, get to work, okay? We have a lot of people to feed." The man says, but, go, do you want the job or not? "Yeah, well, go, start making breakfast." So the man goes over and starts working on breakfast. And then another man shows up, knocks on his door, says, "Hi, I'm here for the job." And Paul Bunyan says, "At last, a bookkeeper. Okay, here's all the accounts. Go over to the office, work on this, okay? Get all my accounts straight because people need to be paid and we have orders that have to be filled, okay?" So the man says, but, and Paul says, "Look, do you want the job or not? Go, their office is over there." So they're both working away, and the men smell breakfast, and it smells so good that they all line up, but they're lined up at the accounting office because everything smelled like such a good breakfast that they got confused. And then the people who actually went to the kitchen to get their breakfast, they were very disappointed because the pancakes tasted like paper and the coffee tasted like ink, because Paul Bunyan, he had been in such a hurry, he hadn't been paying attention to the little details, had sent the accountant and the bookkeeper to the kitchen to make breakfast, and the cook to the accounting office to work on the books. So he got that straightened out, but the problem is they were feeding so many people that Paul Bunyan's camp, okay, the cook actually had to have assistants, and to grease the griddle to make the pancakes for everybody every morning, he had to have the assistants helping him strap slabs of bacon to their feet and skate around on this ginormous griddle like they were ice skating. But the cook, whose name was Shanty, was such a good cook that the pancakes always tasted perfect and even a little bit better than perfect, and the coffee was always great. And Johnny Inkspinner, who was the accountant who'd accidentally been sent over to make breakfast, he was so good with the books that Paul Bunyan ended up being able to give all his employees bonuses. So this is one of the stories about Paul Bunyan and the men that worked with him. I hope you enjoyed it.